was quite a long, hard, like quite claustrophobic bus journey.
Yeah, that was pretty grim. Not least because like loads of people were just hocking loogies and bombing them out the window as well on the way, which was not pleasant. But yeah, now we've got quite a lovely room with great views and a naked lady on the wall, so not all bad. Cheers.
Cheers.
That one was earned. So after spending the afternoon recovering from our bus journey, we're just venturing out into, shit, where are we? Bundi. Just venturing out into Bundi to grab some food. What a beautiful morning. Starting the day with a bit of tasty breakfast by the lake. Yeah, this is a pretty heavenly way to start the day, and £3.50 a night as well, so bargain.
So breakfast is done, complete, and now we are going off into the wilds of Bundi to explore.
We'll definitely be going there. We were just talking to a taxi driver on the street. He just told us that 2 summers ago in Bundi, it got to be 51.7 degrees C. It was the second hottest place on the planet. It's got the second hottest recorded temperature on the planet. Stop warming that globe, guys. Look at this grizzled veteran with a stick.
This is for whacking away the monkeys, which I don't know how I feel about.
This also brings back memories of yesterday when we arrived at Bundi bus station and an old man attacked a beggar with a stick, and the beggar then leapt up and like whipped his belt off, and they were like going to have a ding dong, but the old man had a bad foot and the beggar was a little bit drooly, so they just left it, called it a tie. This is inside the fort. Yeah, you can tell that this place was once obviously quite a mighty fort and pretty impressive. Now it's definitely seen better days. It's quite crumbly and run down, and people have graffitied all over the walls, but still worth seeing, and the views are spectacular. It's actually a lot harder going down than it is coming up. These stones are pretty slippy. Got to watch your step and keep a lookout for monkeys. Okay, so that was actually pretty scary. We've just run the gauntlet of a load of monkeys sat on either side of the path, and you know, while they are harmless, they are also unpredictable children of nature, so we had to be have our wits about us. Unfortunately, we got through. Well, this is exceedingly pretty. Like Mulan. Just like Mulan. These walls in this room just filled with like incredible stories from India's rich past. Yeah, so that was quite amusing. Zoe's little dance in there got her quite a stern reprimanding from the guy who was security guarding the room. Lesson learned. Great spot to have your bath.
Pretty good.
This is the elephant room with elephants at the top of the pillars holding up the ceiling. This palace is just like full of these rooms with thousands of little paintings and depictions of history and events on them. So from up here you can actually see our hostel just down there by the lake.
It's beautiful. It's really cool. You get really good views of what I thought was a tiny town, but it's actually a massive city.
I don't know exactly what this bit is, maybe where they fought monsters or something, but like it's pretty impressive. Down in the pit looking up at the princess who thinks I'm taking photos, so she's not moving. I'm learning now to instinctively duck when we go through doorways because some of them are very low indeed, and I've bonked myself on the head quite a few times. I think I can just about get through that one though.
For a little lady like me, these doorways, no problem. Bring in my stick. We'll rule the world here.
No birds, but people in my place, not happy, super happy, and lot of fun, and very good time.
Trepidatious steps. So we have just been for a very lovely, slightly strange but very good lunch at Jay's Cafe. They basically were just like, no, you don't pay for lunch, you can pay when you come back for dinner this evening. So that's what we're going to do this evening. Quite the queen.
It's fresh flowers. It's beautiful.
So we have come back to Jay's Cafe, and he's given us a lovely surprise of like flowers on the table. And yeah, now we're going to have some thali for dinner, which is, according to Jay, might be slightly biased, but the best thali in India. And we're also, after that, going to have apparently the best pistachio lassi in India as well. Yeah, this is quite the thali feast that we're having.
It is a lot of food and it's very, very good. It is very delicious.
They just keep bringing it, just keep bringing food, feeding us up. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of wailing about in bed tonight. That sounds weird. So after last night's festivities, it is the next morning, and what better way to begin it than with breakfast by the lake? In honour of the Super Bowl, which is taking place right now, Zoe was performing select tracks from Usher's halftime show and doing Ludacris's rap. It was most obscene.
Wow, these women are on the prowl. If you hold their head steady, I'm not the cow. Step to the rhythm in the birthday shoes. Just give me the rhythm and then off with the clothes and head over to the front. Touch the toes.
Happy Super Bowl Sunday. We have just hiked through some of the little side streets of the town and made our way to this lake where we're by a place called Mahal, just down there, which is where Rudyard Kipling apparently stayed and wrote Kim here, I think. But yeah, it's a pretty lovely spot. A beautiful view for rubbish hunters. We're now just strolling through town. Possibly to visit a market, definitely to book our bus ticket to Jaipur, because there isn't a direct bus to Agra from here, so Jaipur for Valentine's Day it is. Here is the market. So spoiled for choice. This really is a big old market. It's all the way up there, and there's the palace on the hill. How much to eat all of them? Yeah, as a Beatles fan, it would have been slightly criminal for me not to go to a restaurant named after Ringo. So, and it was actually really, really nice. Just lovely little family-run place, really good food, good prices, highly recommended. After an afternoon of hard work, we have come out onto the terrace by the lake for a rewarding beer and to watch our last Bundi sunset. And very beautiful it is too. So we are now in the tuk-tuk on our way to the bus station. So we are leaving Bundi and we are on our way to our next destination. Yeah, this is our waiting spot. It's a little bit dodgy, but it's not. No, the sight. but it's all right. I think as long as the bus sees us, we should be okay. What we think was our bus came and was absolutely rammed and went, and they were like, oh, you just need to get the bus behind this one, it's like in 10 minutes, and then they just drove off. And it's now like 15 minutes and no other bus has turned up, and I'm just worried that if another bus does turn up, they're going to say, oh no, you should have got the one before because that was your bus. So slightly stressful times, but fingers are crossed. About 2 minutes after I made that slightly panicky video, our bus turned up. It was the right bus, we're on the right bus, it's going to be okay.
At Hostel in Jaipur. Got here about 10 minutes ago. It's really nice. It's got quite a nice vibe. It's quite relaxed. We're going to have some lunch here and we get a discount because we're guests.
Checked into our room, which is very nice. Eaten in the cafe, which was also very nice. And now we're just strolling the streets to get a sense of the area. There's a big circle thing up there. A roundabout. No, it's called the something circle. Oh. But yeah, we'll go check out this glorified roundabout. Here's Zoe's roundabout. I mean, it is technically a roundabout there. It's also quite impressive. So it is Valentine's Day morning and also our first morning in Jaipur. So we have come to Central Park, which is just by our hostel, and we're going to go for a little walk around and see the sights. So this thing behind me is apparently the biggest Indian flag in the whole of India. You can't really get a sense of the scale from here, possibly. So we'll go a little bit closer and have a look. This is some kind of pretty statue park, like human figures, and they're taking a photo of a human figure in front of it. Doing an ad, it looks like. Hopefully you can just see that looming on the horizon. I'm not entirely sure what it is yet, but it's bloody huge. So we attempted to continue our traditional Valentine's Day of like movie and pizza, but we've come to this beautiful old cinema, but unfortunately they are showing a romantic movie, but they are not showing it with English subtitles, and we just don't think I'm sure the plot's not too complicated, but I don't think it's probably worth paying to try and follow something that is going to be pretty incomprehensible. Zoe is about to lose her mind because there's dog sales everywhere. So I do imagine that these poor beasts are not kept in the best of conditions, so I don't think we'll check it out. It could be pretty heartbreaking. We're now just passing through the gates and into the Pink City. Some of the pink buildings of the city. As you can see, there's a lot of traffic. Well, that was not easy, but we just managed to cross 4 lanes of traffic. It took us about 10 minutes. It was very busy here. We're not used to the city life after our beautiful repose in the countryside, but we managed it. We've just come down to this big old temple near the city palace sort of complex. Just before the ceremony where there was lots of singing guards going on, but yeah, it was pretty nice, I guess. This is the pink palace or the pink something at the Hawa Mahal. So taking it all in. So that is the Hawa Mahal. We didn't go inside because we've seen quite a few palaces, but very beautiful from this side of the road. Now we're having, what's this called, Zoe? Debra. How is it?
Really good, yeah. Very nice, like sort of like a tasty cake.
Cheers. Happy Valentine's Day. So what have we chosen for our Valentine's Day movie today?
Bride's Revenge.
Feels
Only a successful hair salon, about to be married to the man of her dreams. Maya doesn't think things can get any better. These quickly begin to fall apart when she receives a wedding invitation to the wedding of her fiancé Ian and his ex-fiancée Lily. What?
What?
This is very confusing. Well,
The Amber Palace. Recognise those purposeful strides anywhere.
crocodiles have been spotted here.
Yeah, apparently there's some crocs down in this lake. It's the brave cow down there. This is the courtyard. So I'm not quite sure how, but we've just come up another level. I mean, obviously I know how, we came upstairs, but like, it was a bit mysterious. But yeah, this is a pretty stunning courtyard to have in your palace, if you've got one. It's quite crazy sort of walking up these steps where 500 years ago, people would have been walking this exact same route and would be equally as knackered as I am now, or possibly not. They might have been slightly fitter in those days, smoke a bit less. If you were giving that a grade, what would you give it?
Like an A. An A for amazing, because that's what it is. It was, yeah, it's really cool. It's really cool. I'm really glad we've come. It's also like, because I know there's loads of tourists, but it's actually like quite peaceful up in the mountains, away from the ferocity of the city. It's good. I like it.
Well, that was a good palace. I think it's fair to say we're both impressed.
Oh, the palace was amazing.
So this is the Panna Meena Kund, which is a step-based water well. So hopefully you can see way down at the bottom there, a couple of turtles just basking on the rocks. As well as go, I think this is the best I've seen.
Well. What have we here? The best well ever.
This is a mighty historic temple of unknown provenance. I might fill in what this is afterwards. So after an afternoon chilling in the room, we've just come to a nice little place around the corner called Kaleidoscope for burgers and shakes and chili garlic noodles. And then yeah, it's an early night. So out of all the things that Zoe has eaten in India, it turns out that these garlic chili noodles are the hottest.
Yeah, pretty spicy. Gonna finish them. And you can find out if I finish those noodles
As well as where we head to after Jaipur.
in the next video.